the old Avatar. It's all going to be connected. Avatar The Last Airbender teases upcoming story arc for the next Avatar. Michael DiMartino, the co-creator of Avatar The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra, has teased the next arc of the series in a recent reveal. Remember, by the way, we know what the next Avatar is. We are not supposed to know what the next Avatar is. So everything that he talks about here is going to be in hints and roundabouts and everything like that because there has been no announcement. We don't know this, in theory. It's all going to be connected. You'll see. In a new episode of the Illustration Department podcast, DiMartino made one of the first official comments from a series creator about the upcoming project. Though sparse with words, DiMartino did respond to a fan's question about the next Avatar in the series, with a fan asking about whether the next Avatar's arc would connect to Aang and Korra's. I think it's going to be Sozin's comment. That's what I think. That's the podcast. I'm not going to listen to the podcast. In response, DiMartino stated, oh, it's all going to be connected. You'll see. There's connections with the new stuff. He also stated that each Avatar does have to deal with the ramifications of what the previous Avatar did. So this is probably going to be Vaatu and Rava. And may even have similar issues because the previous Avatar didn't really deal with the issue. So this is going to be spirit portals. That part is a deliberate connection between the Avatars. DiMartino and his co-creator Brian Konietzko have scarcely commented about the upcoming series. Sure. The series is confirmed to be about the Avatar cycle following Avatar Korra, who will be an Earthbender. No other explicit details were... Oh, I was going to say, we know a lot of this stuff, but it hasn't been revealed. But several rumors have surfaced since December 2024 regarding the upcoming series. In a report by... So this is everything we already know. Yeah, who's an amputee with one missing leg. We know all of this. Yes. I mean... People are still speculating about whether or not this leak is actually legit. Like, bro, we have gotten full-blown animatics. This is not fake. Like, this is real. While the report is unconfirmed, DiMartino spoke in the podcast extensively about trying to differentiate characters, stating, when we did Korra and now we're doing new stuff, it's always like, is that too similar to what Aang went through, or is that too similar to what we did with Zuko? He also stated that's why we made Korra an older girl who wanted to fight. Let's make her as different as possible personality-wise from Aang. That's why I think this series will deal with the spiritual stuff in the Avatar state. Because Korra was the inverse of Aang, which makes perfect sense, but we still haven't really explored the fundamental prophetic, weirdly mystical, magical elements of the Avatar state. Book 2 of Korra came the closest, but it didn't really explore the mysticism at all. So I think it's going to be Sozin's comet that causes spirit shenanigans. The spirit portals are open, and I think the world's gonna blow up. Basically. Given the content of the rumors from Night Edge Media, a twin Avatar or possible Avatars would certainly be very different from Avatar Korra and Avatar Aang. Nonetheless, it would not be the first time an Avatar has had a twin. Yes, which is very weird because they weren't Avatars. However, since this was never explored in an animated series, a twin Avatar would still be completely new to the screen. True. I mean, at least they're finally talking about that something exists. Because keep in mind, this all exists allegedly. All of this is alleged. That's finally not a headcanon, the dealing with the ramifications part. Yeah, there's been like... I've talked about it on streams before, but a lot of people, with everything to do with Korra, they have a very weird immediate response that everything is bad, everything doesn't make sense, blah, 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 blah. But, like, this was pretty obvious, to me at least. Leaks were pitch materials. I think it would be too much to be pitch material. Because the stuff that leaked, like, not the first leaks. The first leaks, those were okay. But eventually, like, entire annotated animatics were leaked. Right? Like, the full... I think it was a couple of episodes basically leaked, as far as I remember. I never talked about them because that was way too much. But I think there was stuff out there. Very fair point. Very fair point. Avatar Episode 0 was entirely a pitch thing that never aired. Yes, you're absolutely right about that. It was a different time, but still, you are right about that. You're definitely right about that. It could be like a test audience type of thing too. If they have test audiences and they had multiple versions of the same thing, and they just made animatics, that also makes sense. True. That is very true. We are a year out from the movie having to release. The Aang movie. There hasn't even been an official announcement of anything. So, Everything to do with Avatar is alleged. Allegedly, a series exists. Allegedly, there'll be things coming out. Allegedly, there'll also be a movie. Allegedly. We're not sure about that one, though. Was Roku's twin never confirmed at all before he died? It's not entirely impossible to retcon and say that the twin Avatar was an Avatar too, but that he just died before being discovered. No, I think like Roku's Avatar, there wasn't even like a... There was no insinuation that there was anything else about him other than just being a firebender, if I remember correctly.